here where we will first hear from everyone individually about their research. What is their research about? How will their research make a difference in the world? And what they want to do after their PhD. We have all but one of our researchers here. Aidan is currently doing this course thingy in the US. And his topic is imagery reconstruction in high temporal resolution functional MRI of the brain. And he has prepared a short video greeting for us.
Hello, my name is Aidan, and I'm a PhD researcher in the Neuro-Innovation program. Right now, I'm away overseas on a research visit, so I couldn't be there in person, and I'm just sending a quick voice note to introduce myself instead. So, my background is in applied maths and computational physics. My PhD focuses on high temporal resolution functional MRI. The idea is to see if we can use techniques from maths to get higher temporal resolution reconstructions so we can see dynamics happening inside the brain that we couldn't before. And after I graduate, I think I'll continue with applied maths and computational physics. It's quite broad, the different application areas that these skills can be applied to, and I'm really interested in learning about different industry problems, so that'll be my direction. And the PhD program has been really great for me, just to give me more of a background in areas I wasn't familiar with before, so biomedical imaging and neuroscience. It's been great to collaborate with people very outside my field. And so I hope everyone has a great day today, and thanks.
My name is Ahmed. I once upon a time was a pharmacist, but now doing some biological research. I went with master's in systems biology and now PhD in biomedicine. And my topic is on checking the effects of acute air pollution insult on humans in general, and specifically the peripheral immunity, and some speculations on the central immune system alterations also, like microglia, for example, in the brain. I come from Tarja Malm's group. The work is mainly in neuro field, but my topic is a bit atypical to the traditional of the group, but it's been a pleasure working in the group. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ahmed. Then Alex, please.
Hello. Louder than I thought. So, my name is Alex, and nice to meet you all. My research is on the legal rights of older immigrants in Finland, and mainly focused on their access to social and healthcare services, employment and citizenship, also their social relations with Finnish society and also their own communities. I hope my research will, in terms of impact, to improve the situation of older migrants in Finnish society in terms of better inclusion in services, employment, and fair access to citizenship. And what I would like to do after PhD is to continue research on vulnerable groups to improve their situation in society, or also to work in a place where I can offer services to vulnerable groups, to apply this theoretical knowledge in a practical settings. And nice to meet you all.
Good afternoon. My name is Andrews, and I'm a doctoral researcher at the School of Computing. My research area in general is the use of multimodal data in study of subtypes of dementia, and mostly I concentrate on extracting of three-dimensional geometric features from brain parts and looking how they correspond to the let's say surgical or pathological outcome. And my research is between the School of Computing and medical school. I have 3 supervisors, and I'm very grateful to them for their support. At the given moment, I was concentrating on the macro level of the brain. In the future, I will be interested to look into the micro or nano scale and how those, let's say, develop methods, feature extractions, extraction pipelines are working in a smaller scale, because that would be interesting to see if there is a possibility to see more specific outcome when we are looking in a smaller scale, because macro scale is more generic. So in general, I'm open both to industry and academia, but it depends what's going to follow. So thank you for your attention.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine. I'm from the Department of Social Sciences. I have 4 supervisors, but 2 are present, Elisa and Anna. My research is about social support and its impact on the well-being of older adults in different situations. For the impact, I hope first to the families, the caregivers themselves. I hope it validates how important the work they do is in the well-being of older adults. And for general policy making, I hope our research findings inspire a future where interventions and policy can also include the emotional well-being of older adults as well as physical. So to have both the emotions and physical as important aspects to older adults. So for the future, I would like to continue in research with aging, both through research, advocacy, and client work. So I'm optimistic and hope that the future would have older adults whose lives are dignified and happy and healthy. Thank you.
Hello, I am Elena. I am a PhD in Ana Kaiser's Habasalo group. Sorry. Yes. So my project is studying the sortilin pathway in specifically microglia. I come from a biomedical science background, and then I have a master's in neuroscience and a master's in molecular biology with bio-innovation. So I have done some innovation before this PhD, and now I'm here. I think understanding the pathogenic mechanism will inform how people are being recruited to research and then how new drugs are being developed. So this is important work. Even if it's not very fast and doesn't have fast impact on the community, it is important work. In the future, I would like to stay in research. I love my research in neuroinflammation, neurodegeneration. But I also learned that I like science communication through my work with our Instagram. So if research doesn't work out, there is a different future. Thank you all for being here.
Hi everyone, I'm Faizin. I am working in Retta Kalbiainen research group, and my secondary supervisor is UC Tohka, and my third supervisor is Master Network Amoniazer. It was a very great opportunity for me to work with these lovely persons. My background was related to radiology, and also my master was medical imaging technology, medical physics, but then my master thesis inspired me to pursue my education in clinical neuroscience and neuroimaging. That's why I'm here. So my research is focused on focal drug-resistant epilepsies. So now I am going to study how those epilepsies can affect interhemispheric brain asymmetries beyond the lesion location, even if in standard images with the visible lesions. My work aims to better understand how why some patients after surgery continue having seizures, and also how we can improve the pre-surgical evaluations. So ultimately, I hope my work can contribute to better diagnoses in epilepsy, and also treatment planning, and also pre-surgical planning, and also, of course, patient outcome. And after PhD, I would like to continue my research especially in this area because I am working in like analysis of data, like with this kind of images. So mostly in clinical and of course ideally in translational setting. So nice to meet you all.
Hi again. My name is Hanane, and I'm doing my PhD in Novo research team led by Professors Päivi and Tero. And I'm working on health-related networks, and more specifically the organizational involvement and identity involvement of health research networks. And I hope that for the impact we could have research networks and health research networks in Finland or in globally more efficient and more feasible to progress the health research network all over the world. And thank you.
Kanishka?
Hello everyone, I'm Kanishka. I'm a PhD researcher working with Professor Heikki Tanila in Neurobiology of Memory Research Group and also Professor Olli Grön from Biomedical MRI Research Group. And we are trying to combine in vivo electrophysiology with novel functional MRI methods, which is completely different way of doing fMRI to study very short-lasting and transient neuronal events in the whole brain. This is relevant in, for example, in case of where there is an epileptic spike, which is also very short-lasting and it spreads in the whole brain, and this novel fMRI technique would be very useful in the long run to study such events. Also, for studying spontaneous events like what happens during memory consolidation, so those sharp wave ripples. Yeah, that is it. And I would like to continue in research, neuroscience and technical developments in fMRI. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaustubh Jadhav and I am working in the research group of Professor Katja Kaninen, and my second supervisor is Professor Päivi Eriksson. So my research mostly deals with the immunometabolic signatures in adolescent depression, and we try to find out the biological underpinnings in depression and to find immunometabolic signatures which could be in the future used as biomarkers or biomarker panel that would help in develop mental health biomarker testing for early diagnosis. Adolescent is one of the underrepresented group in mental health and psychiatric research, so my research mostly focuses on adolescents to identify early indicators of the disease, and this is how I believe that my research would contribute more regarding adolescent research in the future. Also, I have done research surveys to understand the societal value, which is parental awareness, interest and perspective regarding mental health biomarker testing in adolescents, which is currently lacking in literature that no one has done. So these are some of the things that I have been working on in my PhD, and my PhD is a multidisciplinary PhD which combines psychiatry, neuroscience as well as social science. In the future, I want to continue with adolescent research, as the research has several limitations and there are many things lacking. And it was nice to be a part of Neuro-Innovation, and thank you all for being here.
Hello, yes. Hi, I'm Meheli and I work in Asla Pitkanen's group of post-traumatic epilepsy. I have a few supervisors, I can count them, but I have Nora, who is right now in Esport, and I have Jussi, who is not here today, and then I have Ansi who is sitting way at the back. So they all guide me through this project. My main work was to look at epileptogenesis, so our group concentrates on looking at how brain injury can develop into post-traumatic epilepsy, and the reason why it develops and what is the process that happens in between is still very muddy and unclear. So that's the main group focus, and I focus mainly on how, what could be the transcriptomic markers, let's say, to put it very lightly, what could be the transcriptomic markers that could be identified during this epileptogenesis. I will say the broad or the far away impact is that we could recognize patients who would develop epilepsy after trauma after a while, and then administer the treatment accordingly to different patients. But my study is more of a basic understanding of the process of epileptogenesis and understanding the transcriptomics involved in it. Yes, and the other question is the difficult part of what I want to do after my PhD. So I can say what I enjoy. I enjoy this whole idea of transcriptomic research. I had enjoyed being in neuroscience, and I'm still there, and also the different aspects of like really planning and thinking of how you can utilize a certain data and to sort of think what it can give out at the end. So basically the thinking part of it, well, is fun, and the transcriptomic part of it is fun. So I'm hoping with whatever I do next, I can still keep having fun. Okay.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Elifaz Imzadegan, doctoral researcher in innovation management under supervision of Professor Peggy Erickson and Dr. Eva Aroma. And my PhD project was about remote monitoring of older neurological patients, which has been based on the pilot study which has been done in neurology department of Kuopio University Hospital, and there we interviewed patients as well as healthcare professionals who are involved in the care of this group of patients in order to understand their perceptions about remote monitoring as well as the expectations about the future adoption of this kind of technologies in their routine care of this group of patients. So I believe that the result of my PhD would be useful for the patients, their family caregiver, as well as healthcare professionals, and also those who are in charge of future adoption of this kind of technology in hospital. And for future, well, I still would like to stay probably in academia and continue my research about digital health and considering different stakeholder perspectives which can support the future adoption of digital health solution in healthcare. Thank you.
Hello, here Melina, a PhD researcher supervised by Alejandra Sierra. My PhD aims to connect the brain at two different scales: the macro scale, the big scale, non-invasive, coming from MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, with the tiny cellular nanoscale, which is completely invasive. On the screen you can see myelinated axons stained. So for 3 years I've been working developing tools to quantify this type of images with the aim to connect cellular components with MRI-derived parameters. Why? Because MRI is the tool that we use in living patients, but MRI lacks the cellular information. And the question, what comes next after PhD? I don't know yet. I'm fine with that. I will stay open and curious as always. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shekhar Singh and I am from the Department of Health Sciences. I work under Dr. Rika, and my secondary supervisor is Professor Dr. Mehta. And my project is about the EPM development of a platform for the progressive myoclonic epilepsy type 1. It's a species, and what we do, we are differentiating the cells, the fibroblast to iPSCs, and then iPSCs to GABAergic neuron, and we are looking at the pathological mechanism of the disease, and later we will do some drug testing to rescue the phenotype as much as we can. And for the future, as my interest is in pediatric neurology and neurodevelopment and neurodegeneration in children, so I would like to focus there, and I would like to continue my research in that field.
Thank you. Thank